Welcome everyone to a wonderful episode. We have a special guest from right here in my home state of Florida. He is just a stone throw away from Orlando, Florida. We got Sky LightHouse in the way. Also, we have Huxley here as well. And Sky, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience and your audience?
Yeah, hey, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Sky LightHouse. My name is Luis. I got this metal band, this project that I started in 2019, and yeah, just working hard, making music, sending the message, and yeah, just having a good time.
Man, I love it, bro. When I
Sweet.
found out that you were from Orlando, I was like, yes, I can finally outnumber Huxley. so
Yeah,
so
this
let's just
time.
go ahead and get this ball rolling. We want to talk about some of your I call them movies because basically you make movies and not music videos.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit of what like your direction is when you get a song and you want to make a video out of it? What's your process of going through of making a video?
The process, it always starts with the song. Like if we're talking about the video, it always starts with the song. It always starts with what the song make you feel. It starts with what it makes you imagine. Sometimes when you listen to music, you get a specific feeling, and with that feeling, you can imagine things. You can create full movie, a full visuals in your head. So yeah, everything started from the sounds, from how the choices that you make for the song. It
Yeah.
start building like images in your head, and you just take it from there, depending on how the song was created, like what's the feeling that you want to give to people.
Yeah, so Huxley, I know you
Nice.
really want to talk about one of the videos. So we want to talk about Facade.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is probably this is probably one of my favorite videos of yours next to Lies. The This was basically a movie. This was not a music video, and it is very heavy. And when I saw that person got stabbed in the video, I was like, oh shit, this is wild. Like,
Yeah.
what was your? Do you have any like directors or producers or anyone that you look up to when you make these kinds of videos? Any horror influences?
Well, no, honestly, I just imagine it. I don't even know. So people sometimes ask me like, how can you come up with this? But I don't know. I love horror movies. That's for sure. Like one of my favorite movies, like old times, Hellraiser. Like I like
Eraser's so
heavy,
good.
and it's still pretty freaking good. But yeah, but like that, I use them as base. I'm not 100% sure. I just kind of like combine like real life and kind of like put it in like a higher level, like more something that calls more attention. So it's more about like just sending a message in a more graphic way, because if you come up with an idea, it could be something small, but you can make it more bigger, you
Mm.
know, with graphics, with video, with whatever you pick. So yeah, you just start from inspiration from like real life situations or people that I know that have been going through something. So I just start from there and just start building it up.
The obviously with the videos,
Uh-huh.
like you're listed as the director at the end of the
Yeah.
videos. But is it just you that comes up with that and directs it, or is it a whole band? Are the whole band involved in that process as well?
Well, let me tell you a secret. The whole band is me. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you see, like, for example, the guitar player and the drummer, they wear masks. So that's
That was the
actually
question. That was a
Yeah,
question I was
that
going
was
to
going to be
ask.
yeah,
one of our questions right there.
Yeah,
that's
when I was just asking that, I was going to say, are you classed as a band, or is that just all you? So it
it's
is all
it's
you.
it's most of the time it's just me, but I also have with my fiance.
Yeah.
She helped me like elaborate a little bit,
Mhm.
but usually it comes from me. Like it just I just come out with something small, and they just start building up until we get the full idea. But yeah, she's there helping me all the time. But yeah, the whole band is actually me. So yeah, it's just an interesting process
That's
how I come up with
wild.
it.
That is
I,
crazy.
I didn't even know that it was all you. I thought there
Yeah,
was like he's got this whole band and he's
Yeah,
doing
with
this,
masks.
and
Yeah.
then there's all the masks and stuff, and then it's you playing the guitar, bass, drums.
Yeah.
It's all you, man. I didn't realize that I was like in front of that much talent. That is absolutely amazing that you can play all these instruments. And
Yeah.
then, when did you find out that you wanted to start making music, like or like heavy music? Because there are some songs that you have on there that aren't always heavy. What
yeah.
made you to go towards that heavy side?
Well, my whole life I've been in love with heavy music, and it's funny, but I always tell everybody that the person that introduced me to heavy music was my mom. If you see my mom, she doesn't look like a metalhead. She doesn't wear black. But since she was a little kid, she always like 80s metal, 80s rock, and I grew up with Metallica, Limp Bizkit, Marley Manson. She's the one that introduced me to all those bands, and I was like, man, I love. I don't. it was funny, but when I started listening to this music, I didn't even know how they make those sounds. I'm like, how can they make a guitar sound like that? What do they need? And it just got me really curious, and also the feeling that it gets you, that those songs make you feel when you're listening. It just caught my attention. I fell in love with the feeling. So that's why like
Yes.
most of my songs, they'll get you to feel something because I'm in love with the feeling.
Mm,
Man, I absolutely love that
we
because
love
whenever
that.
I listen to heavy music, it's because if music makes me feel a certain way, I gravitate towards that. And metal music and new metal is like really what I gravitated towards. And
Mm.
so when it comes to like your live shows, it's just you on stage basically, yeah?
Well, yeah, for live shows, I actually have people that because I cannot do everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
look, I actually seen artists that they do that, but I don't know. I just think that people want to actually see the guitar player and the drummer
Yeah.
I
and
get that, yeah.
both separate. But yeah, it's different live. Live, I get to do it. I wish I could just do it on my own, but
Yeah. Well, you already do a lot, man. And give us a story about about some of these masks that you're wearing in these videos. Like, where does some of them come from? Or do you have like someone that makes
Mm.
them for you?
so you mean like for the actors, like some of the masks that they
Yeah,
wear?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like for example, for the mice that actually have the mask here in my studio. But
That's
no,
cool.
I actually made that mask. If you want, I can just bring it real
Yeah,
quick and
go
show
get it,
you.
man. Yeah,
Oh,
I would love
God.
to see
Yeah.
it, man.
Please.
Fuck yeah, exclusive here. Let's go. I love this.
Yeah.
I want a studio like that, Huxley.
Yeah.
That's
When
the
do we get to
studio I
that?
want.
When do we
When
get
we
to
get
that
to that
stage?
level, I want that. I want that kind of room.
This we can
So
do with a
look,
green screen.
this is
Yeah,
the
that's the
mask.
mask.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Yeah.
so cool, man.
So
That's
I actually put this together. I actually share a video on Instagram, like showing how I did it. This is all newspaper in here.
Oh,
that's
wow.
plaster. That's so cool.
Yeah, this is actually I actually learn how to make masks like this in like middle school. You grab like newspaper and like glue, and then you make the shape, and then it will dry and it will get hard. And
Yeah.
these are like I don't
Oh,
even
wow.
know. These are just some pointed things that I found and just paint everything.
So cool.
Just grab I just bought like a fabric and put it on top, and then some chains.
Oh, that
So
is
yeah,
so
That is
cool,
awesome.
man. Yeah,
but it looks
like it looks like it's kind of inspired by like the Hellraiser kind of deal. It looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
because I know it's
I
got
can see it.
spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I can see
fucking
it.
wild.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, this is one of them.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. Yeah. More.
Oh wait, there's more.
But wait. Yeah.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
well, the other ones I don't have them here.
Oh,
That's
okay,
the only
got
one that
you.
yeah, like the guitar player. I have them like special box that I have in my garage. But this one, I actually have it here, display every time somebody comes to my studio. I show them.
That is so cool, man. I would,
Yeah, that is really good.
Since you're close, I would love to visit your studio sometime, man. I would love to come by and just like be in awe. Be like, I love this. This is so cool. Because it seems like you, yeah, it seems like you have such a good time doing what you do. Can you take me in like a day in the life of Sky LightHouse?
Well, a normal day, regular day, Sky LightHouse is basically 10% gym, and then eight. I would say another 10%. I gotta eat, of course,
Obviously.
and then 80% is just in the studio, just playing drums, guitars, and just trying to come up with new sounds. And yeah, that's basically
That's so cool, man.
my everyday.
My day is spent 80% in the Florida sun, and you know how that is.
Oh yeah,
It's
oh,
rough. It's rough.
I don't know what that is.
You got something, Huxley? Like, I saw you were going to ask a question.
No, yeah, I was actually going to say. So this is your full-time job, then? You are.
Yeah. It's. I will say it's becoming my full time.
Yeah.
On the weekends, I also like do something on the side. I coordinate events,
Yeah.
but it's only like 1 day, 2 days a week. The rest of the week is like just studio. So yeah, I would say this is like my full time.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because me and
So-
Huxley kind of like have that kind of dream too, where we just want to do this for a living, and we're putting a lot into it, and we're doing like reaction videos now, and and we see like what work it is going to take to do that, and I can appreciate that grind that you're doing to make that happen.
Not
I
easy.
do want to get into some songs though. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say that my favorite song from you is probably it's between Melodic and Puppeteer. Can you tell me like a little bit about how you wrote these songs?
All right. You want me to start with any specific one or
Either one's fine. I love them
melodic?
both very much.
Melodic was a song about, like I said, everything that I write it relates with real life. I just put it like a more artistic way, like go straight forward. I like to make people think and analyze, just like kind of like when you watch a movie. I don't like movies that they just give you like straightforward, like a cliche. You're like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. I like for people to think and analyze. So melodic is just about like our dark side, that we go to a specific path. We have like a specific goal, and sometimes we get distracted. We got demons always following us, tricking us, and this song is about a demon distracting us from our goal, and they make us sometimes make bad decisions. And that's basically called life. That's what life is all about. It's about making bad decisions, learning, keep moving forward. So at the end, like you see in the music video, no matter what, the demon is never gonna go. So she learned how to live with the demon and make peace with the demon, because in reality they will never go away. So we just gotta learn how to live with them, and just keep moving. That's what melodic was all about.
And what about it was
Puppeteer.
Puppeteer? Yeah, what about that one?
Yeah, I like this one as well.
Yeah, this one's
Puppeteer.
really good.
Puppeteer was it's kind of like represent life. Like now these days, we're just stuck in one place. So this guy, he was living in like this tiny house, and he was comfortable. He had a TV, he got food, and he didn't care about anything else. He was just comfortable. There was a scene that he's just sleeping, eating, laughing, having a good time, and there was this little opening that he was so distracted that he didn't care. He just put his arm in there. He just felt like, oh, they're putting something on me, but I don't care. I'm distracted, blah blah blah. So then he started realizing that his body was changing, affecting just being there, and he was like waking up. So going forward, he just tried to escape from that, and at the end of the day, we're kind of like trapped in this world. So that's what puppeteer is all about. Like we don't realize that we're kind of trapped, just being like stuck at home, not really going outside and like the food, I don't want to get too political about but
No,
like
I
the
got
food.
you.
There's so many chemicals in food and so many things that we don't even realize, and we're always so distracted like with like what we see on TV that we just put whatever in our bodies. So it was
Oh, that's
something
cool.
about like it's something about like to make people realize like wake up, make sure pay attention to what you're doing to your body, and that you're kind of like in a prison. So like set yourself self free, but at the end of the day, there's people up there that they control everything that we do. So yeah, it was the message is something like that, like trying to make people
Mm,
realize, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that you had the lyrics because I read a lot of lyrics, and Huxley will tell you that I'm a big lyric guy. When
Yeah.
I really like the line because you were talking about how we can break from that. How you says, and we hold the power to rise and break free from the endless lies. And
Mhm.
I really absolutely love those lines because you're fed all these lies, and you're
Uh-huh.
just supposed to eat these up instead of doing, like doing your own thing and
Mm,
just doing what you can to survive by yourself and not feed on all this BS that's around you. And that's why I really appreciate your song because I saw the lyrics and I was like, this
yeah.
is an amazing song. I gotta talk about this. And your screams are absolutely amazing. And
Thank you.
when the first time I heard one, I was like, this guy's unreal. This
Yeah.
is just absolutely amazing. I'm honestly, do you only play shows in Orlando, or do you tour, or where's the furthest you go?
Yeah, we're me and my manager. We're planning to tour all around the U.S. and he also want to take me to South America. Hopefully meets of this year or end of this year. We're still scheduling things, so we're in
Hmm.
the process of that. But yeah, here in Orlando, usually here in Orlando. But yeah, the plan is to start, all around the U.S. and South America too.
Do you play at the Amway Center, or do you play like local shows?
Local areas for now.
Local areas for now. Yeah, man. You guys send me a
Not for
schedule.
long.
Yeah, not for long, man. Not with the way you sound and the way you're making your music. This is.
Yeah.
We saw how many monthly followers you had, and I was like, why doesn't this not guy have hundreds of thousands to millions of followers with these songs that he's putting out? And these
Mm,
videos are absolute gold. Because I even read the comments of your videos, and people are very positive on there, and I love to
Yeah.
see that. I love to see that positivity.
yeah.
Is that like another thing that kind of drives you? Is like you see these comments and you're like, does that kind of push you to do better or make more music or to continue what you do?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That definitely helped me to realize that what I'm doing is actually giving a positive like feeling to people. I get a lot of messages, and yeah, people they connect. If, the people that don't listen to this style, they get a little bit like scared. But the people
Yeah,
that
no, I get it.
understand, the people that understand this style of music and enjoy it, they actually appreciate it, and they let me know like, dude, you're helping me so much through all your songs and the message and all this. So yeah, it is like making me. It definitely makes me like just want to keep releasing, keep releasing because it's definitely giving like a huge impact to people.
Mm,
Huxley?
love that. Yeah. Is this like your first? So you said that Sky Lighthouse was like established in 2019, I think you said.
Yeah.
So leading up to before then, were you in any other bands or at some sort
No, I
of
just
film school?
no. It always been me. Like the
Yeah.
whole time, it always been Sky LightHouse. Just on 2019, I actually started releasing music. Before
Oh,
that, I was in like the stage of making, but not sure if I wanted to share.
oh,
That
Yeah.
stage that
yeah.
everybody goes through, like, oh, I don't know if this is ready.
Mm,
Until I finally made a song that it made me feel really comfortable, and I was like, I'm gonna see what happens. And then
Yeah.
from there, people started liking it a lot, and I was like, oh, I might release another one. And then
That's
so,
It kind of
and
reminds
no
me of
regrets.
like us too. Like we're like, man, should we just release this? Or are people even going to really want to listen to, just two dudes talking about music? And here we are, what, 50 something episodes later and reactions
that's
Yeah.
later. It's just, it is an amazing feeling to see all these the positive comments, and I'm glad that you've taken that to heart to, not just make other people happy, but to make yourself happy too.
exactly. And about the videos, I actually my whole life I've been also obsessed with like making videos. Like when me and my family used to go out, I had like this tiny little camera, and I was just making like the whole trip. I record the whole trip and then put it together, and then taking photos. And then on Halloween, I made like a small like horror films with my brothers, and then just like funny
Wow.
videos. So I was always into making videos and editing photos and music. I always been into those three. And yeah, I mean, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So
And are you
Yeah,
completely
we
like
definitely learned that.
self-taught with the videos?
Yeah. So what program do you use? Because I'm always interested in learning, like because I'm a program geek. I learn a lot of code and I can read code. I like learning different programs. So is there like a program that's easier for you to make videos on than other ones?
yeah, I use Final Cut and I use After Effects.
Okay,
Mm.
After Effects is really good. I do like them. Yeah.
Yeah, After Effects is like that's the one that I use for like my special effects. Like for example, on Facade, the fire scene, fire on top of
Yeah.
her,
Mhm.
and all that. Yeah, I use After Effects for that.
How long
That's
did that
cool.
video take you to shoot?
That's funny, but it was only 2 days.
2 days?
Oh my
No
God!
way!
Yeah,
Wow.
Get out of
and
here!
and, and also we're not talking about like the full day. First day we started. Let me see. It was like 1 in the afternoon. We finished around 11 at night, and then the next day we started. It was like, oh yeah, because we have to wait to be nighttime, so it was like 6 from 6 to 12. So that
Oh
Oh
wow,
my
that's
God.
that's insane that you did that in 2 days. Because it looks like
One day,
it
really.
took, yeah, it looks like from the video it looked like it took you like almost a whole week to shoot this, just to
Mm.
like get the right camera angles and getting the right special effects. And was that like another thing that you did? Or did you actually use any practical effects or anything like that, or was it all special effects for like blood and stuff?
well, yeah. The only like special effects that I had to add, it was just the fire. Besides that, everything was like done like right there. But
Mm.
only the fire was added. The rest, the blood, all that was like real blood, and the stabbing. I got this knife that when you put in
Yeah,
someone,
I
it just.
got you.
but and,
I
and
love that.
Scoops.
and let me tell you guys a little secret about that video. Nobody
Yeah.
knows about this, but I
Oh,
guess
exclusive. Let's
Ooh.
go.
yeah.
I love it.
So if you guys, this is the thing. The When we recorded that music video, the main actor, he actually was able just to make it the first day. He wasn't able to make it the second day, so
Oh.
it's two different guys. So that's why
Oh.
after he
Oh.
stabbed the girl, you guys don't see the guy's face, and
Right.
and that's why we made it like first.
Oh.
That's why we made it like first person. Like you can see like
Yeah.
why he's looking. So I came out with that idea because he called me the day of the second day. He's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry. Like we gotta finish this
I
video, man."
didn't
And he's
even
like,
notice. I
No.
didn't
yeah,
even
he's like,
realize that.
yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna
Oh.
make it. So we just have to think quick. And I was like, my brother, I was like, hey, yeah, kind of have like his same body, shape. And I
Mm.
told him, listen, you just gotta pretend you're him. And I'm not gonna show your face. We're gonna just put the like first person view, like he's looking at her,
Yeah.
and then we just do scenes from far away, so no people don't see that it's not him. And yeah, we made it work. So far, nobody has said anything about like, wait, kind of looks different, or how come
Yeah,
you did.
I didn't even notice.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
That's good. That's really clever too to be like
Yeah, it
on the
is.
fly and think of that kind of stuff.
and the girl from that music video, she lives in Philadelphia. She actually came for the music video. She's been a fan of my music for years. So she messaged me. She's a makeup artist. So she's like, hey, I want to be in your videos, and I know how to do like special effect makeup. So she actually did like the makeup. So I told her, yeah, just come do the makeup, and I'll also make you, I'll put you in the music video.
Hmm.
So that's why we only have those 2 days, because she have to go back like the third day she
Okay.
had to go back early in the morning. So I was
Yeah.
like, listen, we gotta make this work somehow. And so if you guys just whenever you guys have a chance, go and watch the video again, and you guys will see
I'm
that Luis
going to.
might be able to
I'm
pick
going
out
Yeah,
at
yeah.
first.
to.
I
I'm not
really
sure if you guys.
enjoyed like the first person, it reminded me of like the GoPro strapped to the chest type
Exactly.
deal. And I actually thought that was really good, like seeing both hands and making it look first person. Obviously I never noticed.
Yeah, it is funny because yeah, we made it work, and that was the reason I did the first person, because I was like, how can I show him like going after her without showing his
Yeah.
face? So I was like, well, and also he was wearing gloves, so I was like, nobody's gonna know it's him, and they also have like the same body types and everything. So I was like,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna work out, and yeah, I feel like it worked out.
It did. It did definitely worked out for me because I didn't even notice or
Yeah.
anything.
No.
I would like to move on to the video for Lies. This
Mhm.
one,
Mm,
this one tripped me out bad. This felt like I was watching like a psychological horror movie, and what? Because I know the song is about like um just lies and like eating them up and or like people will lie to you. But
Uh-huh.
what's the blindfolds for? What was
mm,
the whole thing about that?
All right, the blindfolds. So the blindfolds, it represent like what people do when you don't see, like behind your back.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were all like a nice. They were all gonna share this nice meal, but
Yeah.
then they put on the blindfold, and that represent like what people will do when you don't see. So that's why they all pretend like they were talking like if they didn't have blindfold, but then you see somebody standing, and like for example, she went and stabbed the girl in the back,
Yeah.
and then you just keep talking like nothing, and then the priest got up and he took everybody's jewelry. So basically, the blindfold represent like what people will do when you're not watching, when you don't see.
Mm, I love
that
that.
So
is
that's
so.
why
Such
on the song there is a sentence, a line that says, "Are you the same when nobody's watching?"
yeah.
So yeah, that's what it represents.
I like
That's
it.
I love that. That is so cool, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah, because when it came to that video and I like was watching and you see this table and the camera moves and all these people are wearing these blindfolds. I was like, oh shit, someone's about to get murdered. Someone's gonna die here today. And it seems to be a reoccurring theme in your videos of just not really to like necessarily murder or anything like that, but it seems like death has played a big part in a lot of your videos.
Yeah.
And are we going to see more of that in more of your videos of upcoming music or
Oh
videos?
yeah, yeah, definitely. I will say my videos are gonna get more graphic. That's something that I can tell you,
Ooh.
because I mean, I always connect the video with the song, and the songs that I'm working on. There's the messages are heavy, so you gotta show it in a heavy way. So yeah, you guys gonna see a lot of blood and a little bit more graphic videos.
Good. I like that. One of my questions that I had, Lewis, was that it kind of after watching the like because I was just kind of watching one video and then just letting it auto play onto the next one and next one, and as I was kind of going through them, it did remind me a little bit of like Lorna Shaw's trilogy of like the Pain Remains thing and how like emotional with the video side of things is there. So I just wondered if they at all had been any sort of influence or somebody that you'd looked up to.
Well, one of my big influence, I will say, is always been Linkin Park. But we're talking about like
Oh
when
yeah.
Yeah,
Chester was part of Linkin Park.
yeah,
Corn, Corn always, you see Corn music videos, they're always
yeah. They're
really
great.
heavy. Marilyn Manson is also like an imagery. his
Yeah.
videos are so graphic, and you kind of fall in, even though they're a little bit, sometimes they're a little bit too much, it gets you glue,
Hmm.
and sometimes you get the message even better because it's so graphic that you can kind of like connect a little bit more because you can feel it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's more graphic. So yeah, I would say those bands. I like Lord Shore, but I don't think Lord Shore is being like an influence to me. But yeah, mostly always being Linkin Park. Linkin Park is one of the bands that got me into like, wanting to make heavy music, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
really, like I said, because like the screams that you have, I feel like
Mm.
they're just so raw and visceral that it feels like it's so natural for you. Do you like practice before you go into the studio and scream? Is there like a warm up routine that you do or anything like that?
Yeah. The warm up, the warm up that I always have, I have a piano and actually just start singing without screaming, like just clean vocals, and that kind of like gets you warm, and then you just start slowly. I always start with the low scream first, and then start going with the highs, and then
Mm.
I just know, all right, I'm ready, and then I'll just go for it for like hours and hours just in the studio.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we gotta talk about your cover for
Oh yeah.
Bodies. We
But
gotta
it's
talk about this cover. This was probably one of my favorite songs that I heard that you had, and I
Mm.
was like, is he doing a cover of Bodies? The question I have for you about that is like, how do you go about making a cover and then putting it out for music? Is there like a licensing right that you have to pay to do the song or do a cover?
no, for cover songs you don't have to do any rights, nothing. You just I guess you just put like the artist, the original artist name. But no, as long as I know, I never had issues with covering songs. But no, I think if you actually start making like a lot of money from it, then most likely the band will come after you and be like, "Hey, where's
Gotcha.
Yeah.
but no, you don't. You can even like put on like any streaming platform, and no, they don't give you any issues.
Oh, well, that's cool because I was just wondering because I see a lot of artists do that, but when they start getting more well known, more bands will start to notice, and I just feel like
Mm.
that's when that becomes a problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah,
Because if you
because
make if you start making like millions or something, we're talking about like now like millions, and then the band, the original artist will be like, where's my part of the cake? Where's
Yeah.
my piece? Because that song is mine. So yeah, then it becomes like a legal situation and more complicated. But yeah, if it's just a cover, no, then there's no issue with that.
okay, good because that's uh, I'm not a musician. I love playing guitar and I love learning about different styles of music. Is there like any other different types of music that you like that's not heavy? Is there anything that you
Yeah,
listen to like on a regular basis and what is it?
yes. I actually people always get, and actually this is something about a lot of metalheads. I love classical music. So
Interesting.
Mm.
so there is this artist. His name is Yanni. He's like, since I
Oh, I
was a
know
little
Yanni.
baby.
Yo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little baby. I listened to him, and I don't know, the music, his music make me feel like kind of like what I feel when I play metal. Like it's kind of like the same
Mm.
feeling in a different way. But yeah, classical music, metal, rock. But I would say two different ones, like I was saying, like classical, metal. Those are the two that I'm more into. But I also like dubstep and electronic music. I actually have some songs, like fully electronic songs that I never released, but a
Release
lot of
them.
people.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Release them.
That's why, like for example, in Lies, you hear like like the first verse. It's kind of like
Yeah,
electronic
yeah, yeah.
there,
I definitely
right?
heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the new ones that are coming out, they also have like some electronic and some classical. Like there is this song I'm working on. There is a part that is just violin and cellos, and it's so beautiful, and then boom, it goes super heavy.
Oh.
So
Ooh,
Yeah, we're
that
super
sounds
suckers for
good.
like string instruments and metal
Yeah, yeah,
music. Especially Eminence. I don't know if you know who that is. They
oh
they
yeah,
have
that's
the
pretty good.
yeah, love them. They have the
yeah.
violin in there too. So whenever I heard that violin, I was like, why don't I have more violin in my metal music and
Hmm.
all metal music? And I
Yeah.
think my favorite one was I think we heard Bill Murray. Do you
Mhm.
know who that is, Sky?
No,
Not
So
not
no.
the actor.
they have a saxophone player in a metal band, and I think that that's absolutely wild, but it
Honestly,
somehow worked, and it was great.
yeah, I think I heard a song like that before. I think on TikTok I saw somebody sharing a video that it might be them. It might be them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can't.
that's one
There's
of
not
the
many
only one
people metal
I
bands
can't
with the
think of
sax.
any. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, it has to be them. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
has to be.
just it's because your music is unique, and it was definitely and I say this with a lot of new artists that I find. I feel like when I find a new artist that I love, it's like a breath of fresh air for me for new music that I can just binge on. Because whenever because I listen to all your songs that you have out and your collection you have on Spotify, afterwards it will bring me songs that are like yours, and it's
Yeah.
funny because I'll get a lot of like All That Remains. I'll get a
Mhm.
lot of Wage War, and
Mhm.
I'll get like a lot of A Day to Remember on there. And it's so funny because they're all from Florida too. Um, my question for you would be: is there any artist that you would like to be on stage with, or you would like to support or headline for?
For sure. You just mentioned all that remains. Those guys, they're like a also like a big inspiration for me.
Hmm.
They're
Mm,
just big. They're oh man, everything that they do is like big inspiration for my music. But yeah, I would say all that remains. I also like I like Bad Omens. I think they're pretty good.
Adam is
So
pretty good.
and I got some people that they're kind of like they know them. So we hopefully in the future we can do something
Oh, that'd
together.
be so cool.
yeah.
But but yeah, I'll say yeah, all that remains, Bad Omens. Like you mentioned, also Wage War. They're also really good. And yeah, I would some an artist that I always wanted to do like a some kind of collaboration or do something is Corn. So
Really? That would
yeah,
be super dope because I feel like that's right
Yeah.
up your alley too. Because as soon as you
mhm.
said the band name, I was like, I don't know why I haven't thought of why that would make a similarity, but that seems like if you mix those two together, it would make a beautiful music baby. And I think that I would not be able to get enough of it, man. This is
Mm,
because your music is it not only is heavy and but there's like messages behind here, and I absolutely love the messages that you bring to the table because I've been going through some heavy stuff here lately, and some of your songs have, man, for some reason I feel uplifted when I listen to these songs. Is that kind of like your intention for your listeners?
Yeah, of course. That's always like one of my main goals, letting people know like, listen, we all go through darkness, we all go through all these heavy things in this world. You're not alone. We all go through this. We can go through this together. That's basically what I always try to let people know, without letting them know directly, like, listen,
mm,
you're not alone. We can go through this all together. So,
yeah.
because sometimes we feel like if we go into a bad situation that is just me and I'm the unlucky one, and basically we all go through it. And when you realize that other people went through the same thing, and they were able to, just like move on or learn from it and just keep going, to give you like hope, like, oh, so I can get out of this situation and be okay. So yeah, that's kind of like the my goal, like let people know like, hey, you're not alone. You can just, keep moving. All you gotta do is learn from it and just make peace with your demons, and let's just keep moving forward.
I see
Love
you
the
got something.
positive message. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
I'll
was just
give.
going to
Go
ask
ahead.
for in 2025, looking forward. Then, musically, are you on with writing an album, or is that in the process at the moment, or what can people look forward to for the rest of this year, maybe?
Yes. I'm actually about to finish the album. I'm actually working on an album, and I'm this close to finish it. This close. And yeah, it's gonna be announced. I'm gonna announce the release date really soon. I actually, like I said, I'm just telling you guys a bunch of secrets. Another secret, I actually already recorded like a little mini film about the album. So on
Oh
this
wow.
mini film, it's gonna show like it's well, I don't want to spoil too much,
No, no.
but
Hey, we
it's a
love spoilers here.
it's kind of like a short film explaining like the meaning of the album, the meaning of all the songs, like the whole album.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna be announcing that really soon, really soon. I'm like I said, this close to finish it.
Cool. And
Man,
then
that's
obviously
so cool.
a tour to follow, presumably, once the album's out.
Hmm. Wait, what was the question? Sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Will there be a tour to follow once the album's out?
Would it be a what?
An
Tour?
album, a tour after the album comes out.
Oh, a tour. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my accent. It's me. It's not you. It's me.
Oh, would it be a tour? Oh, sorry. It's just that I could have in that one. Yes, of course. There will be a tour. There will be definitely a tour. So I'm just finishing to the album. We're gonna announce the album. We're gonna release the album, and then we're just gonna go on tour. Hopefully, like I said, the whole USA. I'm also planning to go to South America and hopefully Europe too.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's what I was
definitely
waiting for.
there's gonna be a tour.
Cool. I look forward to some UK dates.
Oh, for sure.
You wish, buddy.
Please.
You wish.
Please.
I get to see him first.
Ah.
So I got a question for you that's probably a little bit different than because I try to think of questions that aren't so straightforward. They require a little bit of thinking. So, what do you think is missing in modern metal that you try to bring back or evolve?
I will say kind of like an actual message. I don't know. There's a lot of songs out there that I'm not that like I finish and I'm not. It's not giving hate to other bands, but like
Mhm.
I just don't know if I get what they're trying to show you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
also like something that I used to love when I was a kid was like to watch the music videos, like just sit in front of my TV,
Yeah.
watch MTV, and watch all these cool stories. And I'm like, whoa. So a lot of bands these days, they just release like a live performance, and you're like, oh, all right, I like that, but like, I don't think I will watch that again because it's just them performing. So that's why I
Yeah.
like this, like a movie. You watch a movie and you fall in love with the movie. You just want to show everybody, hey, come watch this movie. Even if you already seen it, you want to show other people like, oh, this movie's so
Yeah.
good, and then you want to just keep rewatch it later on. And so yeah, I feel like more like things like that in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, follow up question for that, because that's kind of like the evolution of metal. If your lyrics were studied hundreds of years from now, what do you think people would understand about your message?
Huh.
Interesting, right?
It's an interesting one, that.
All right, can you
Yeah.
ask that again? Let me
Yeah,
just get a
so
little
if we took all the lyrics to your songs that you have out now and say a couple hundred years later people find your music and they read your lyrics, what do you think that they would understand from your message? How do you think they would look at it?
I would say they will see that um and if you see it like this, like if you see it like 100 years in the past or even more, we always go to tough times. There's always something, that is gonna kind of like make you struggle. So I would say that people might realize that, oh, you know maybe and sometimes the same issues that some people have 100 years ago, that people still have them these days, and they will have them in the future, like depression or
Yeah.
or things like that related. So they're gonna say like at the end of the day, no matter the place or the time. We all humans, and we all go through the same things. And we just gotta, like I said, just face them, live with them, make peace with our demons, and just keep moving forward. So I will say that that could be like what they will realize, like, oh, no matter this band or this guy, made this music 100 years ago, we can still relate.
Mm. Yeah, the
Let's see. Do
relatability.
you have anything? Because I do have another interesting question.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got one. This is a simpler question, so don't worry about
Go
that.
ahead. I'll let
But
you have
I
a
feel
simple question.
I feel like we should have asked this right at the very beginning.
Yeah,
But
true. Good point.
You probably know what I'm going to ask. So the name Sky Lighthouse, what does it actually mean? Or how did you come to choosing the name?
So Sky LightHouse, the purpose of a lighthouse. The purpose of a lighthouse is to, guide the ships, making sure they don't crash, and guide them. So I use the lighthouse as a symbol of like a higher power in the sky that guide us, that show us like the way we're supposed to go, and that is always there, like showing us the way and guiding us. So that's what Sky LightHouse symbolizes.
Okay, I like that. Are you the
I really do.
lighthouse
Yeah,
that's
because
guiding all of us?
yeah, it was funny because I found you through Instagram, which is where I find a lot of my new bands that I really like to reach out to, see if they want to do an interview. And you were one of those ones where I saw one of like a partial of your video for Facade, and I was like, I gotta get this guy. I gotta reach out, and it was an amazing feeling. And me being a big metalhead, I love metal. Metal is my heart and soul. But if metal never existed, right? What kind of music do you think that Sky Lighthouse would be playing right now?
Ooh.
I would say definitely classical music.
Really? That's very cool.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes when I listen to classical music like Yanni, I feel like classical music is kind of like metal without distortion.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Interesting.
it give you like the same feelings, like like a like heaviness, like and then it's like
Yeah.
softness, and then you feel like the same kind of like the same anger sometimes whenever they're playing,
Oh
whenever they're
yeah.
like hitting the strings real hard. You feel like the heaviness, and also like the soft parts and the melodic parts. I would say definitely classical music. I always say that classical music is metal without distortion.
That's cool. I'm never gonna listen to Beethoven the same way ever again. Ever. Um, uh, is there like a venue to you, or like a stage that you want to play on one day, like this, like where it's like I made it? Is there like a venue that's kind of like that to you?
I will say yes. I don't know the name of it, but you guys might know. And I don't even know where it's located, but I always see people's playing there. It's kind of like a big rock. I don't even know that. Like Gujira just performed there.
Red Rocks.
So, yeah, I like I said, I'm not 100% of the name, but I always see it.
Red Rocks Amphitheater in California, is that it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
that's
like
it. Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah.
one. So,
yeah,
so
I
you
think that.
say? Oh, sorry. Go
That'd be
ahead.
awesome.
I'm very sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I always see a lot of bands playing there, and I don't know why I never really wanted to like actually do research and see which venue is this, but I just love just I guess because I get lost whenever I see somebody performing there that I'm like I don't even want to know where is this. I just want to keep watching.
Yeah, it
yeah,
looks an
it's
amazing
cool
venue.
because yeah. So because I've been to that theater before, and I've been to that venue, and that's where a lot of my festivals that I've been when I was in the Navy in California, I traveled to that one, and that was where I first saw Slipknot, and that's where I first saw Disturbed and Dragon Force and Mastodon, Five Finger Death Punch, Under Oath. I saw a lot of my favorite bands that I absolutely love now, and I can see why you would want to perform there because when you see a band on that stage, I don't know, it's like there's like a spirit that overtakes them from that stage, and there's like, hey,
Magical.
I made it. It's just like magical, and I can definitely see why you want to play at that venue.
Yeah.
Um, Huxley, I know that you want a UK tour, but Sky, when is your next show, man?
Next show, I'm still in the process of picking dates because we're just focusing right now on finishing this album, making sure we don't want to like put dates out. You know, like sometimes you put a date, like for example, oh, I'm finishing the album, like say in a week, and then you gotta move it, and then maybe move it again. So
Yeah.
I still have like a lot going on in my personal life. So we still like picking dates, but we don't want to release any dates yet.
Gotcha. And you said that
Yeah.
you're working on an album right now. Is this going to comprise of like songs that you already have out, or is this just going to be like a full album of songs we haven't heard yet?
It's gonna have some of my old songs definitely because people ask me, but this is the little twist. It's gonna have for example, On Sea, Demise, Bleeding Out, and Lies too. But I kind of like remaster the songs, and also I like some extra things to it. So it's kind of
Ooh.
kind of like a new version of them.
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel like they sound even better now. So for Lies, there's like this new little part that I added, and it's gonna sound the same but different, better quality, some extra vocals that I wanted to add. So it's kind of like the album version. But yeah, some of my the songs that I've already released plus some new ones, of course.
Yeah. And a question I wanted to ask as well, I know we talked about like the violin and the classical influence, but is that also you playing on record as well, playing the violin?
That's me playing it, but not an actual violin. That's a keyboard. Because
All
nowadays,
right, okay.
yeah, because I play piano too, so
Yeah.
it's easier for me even to record it. It's easier for me just to get like a violin plug-in that I
Yeah.
can just play as piano. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'm the one coming up with all the sounds and everything, but it's just easier for me. You know what I
I
mean?
genuinely thought that was a real violin, so like, yeah, well
Same.
done for that. Tricks of the trade.
We're learning a lot about like the tips and
Yeah, yeah.
tricks of like doing what you do, and this is so cool to learn.
Mhm.
Is there any kind of like pre-show rituals that you do before every show, or is it just I'm just gonna go on stage and I'm just gonna give it my all?
Um, I don't know. I'm always like thinking about music. So sometimes it's just listening to music, listening to like other artists, kind of like motivate me to like it kind of like warm me up. It's kind of like at the gym. Like I listen to all these bands and they kind of motivate me to actually push harder, push harder. So it's something like that. Like just listening to some of my favorite songs, the songs that got me started and they kind of like build me up. So whenever it's time to go, like I'm ready.
Guys, so I got a really
Love that.
funny question for you, but it kind of pertains to like the horror elements of your videos. Uh, which movie villain do you think would listen to your band before going on a rampage?
Huh? A villain? Huh. Let me think about that one.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I know it's kind of like an oddball question, but it's just like on the thing of like
A
horror,
fun one.
and it was a fun question to think. You're like, man, because if I'm going on a rampage, I'm listening to A Day to Remember. I'm listening to their heaviest songs, and I'm going on a rampage. But like,
Yeah.
what villain do you think would go on a rampage to your music?
I could. hmm, I
I
could
could
say I
definitely
don't know
see
why
Jason.
the first one. The first one that came to my head was the Joker.
Oh wow! Actually, I kind
Oh
of
yeah.
get that. Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
Yeah,
got the lies, facade. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely a
it's
puppeteer.
Hmm.
also all about the message.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So in the movie, and I love the Joker. So yeah, he's always saying like it's all about the message. It's all about the
Yeah.
message. So yeah, when you asked me that question, first one that came into my head was the Joker, but I just keep
that's
thinking
so
like it's
cool.
yeah.
Hmm.
I can
Also,
because I can kind of see that now because you're like he's like it's about sending a message. And
Yeah.
that's what you're doing. It's all about sending a message, and I absolutely love that, man.
That's a great question, Keith. I'm stumped.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I do what I can. I do what I can, buddy. So is there so let's go deep dive a little bit into Sky's mind here. Is there what is the most unexpected song on your current playlist that you're listening to?
The more unexpected song.
I
Let
can
me
definitely
think
tell
about.
you mine would be Elton John. Anything Elton John, if you found that on
Oh,
my
okay.
playlist, it would be
Now I know.
unexpected.
I will say Elvis.
Really? That's super cool.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
Elvis,
Elvis.
man. Yeah, he's so good. Like,
Yeah,
what's it
Elvis.
about Elvis that you love?
How I feel like when he sings, you feel it. You know, you feel that he's like I said, getting a message out there. The passion that his voice, and I don't know. I just love how he sings. It's crazy. But yeah, I will say the passion that he put on his voice. You know, some people they whenever they sing, it's just about sounding pretty, sounding nice, sounding sweet. But when he sings, I feel like he's actually telling you, like, listen, you know, I'm telling you this, and you feel it in his voice.
Yeah.
So follow up to the kind of that. If you had to collaborate with a non-metal artist, who would you pick for maximum chaos?
non non-metal artists.
A
Huh.
non-metal artist. I can
I
already
don't
think of
know.
a few. Anything country. Anything country for me.
Yeah.
Or even a pop. I mean, like, because pop can kind of be like metal in a way, because pop is basically metal, but it just has synth beats and whatnot. Because we've seen metal and pop collide, so it kind of works. But if you could pick like a non-metal artist, who would you pick to collaborate with?
I don't know. I feel like somebody that I really like her voice is Billie Eilish. I think her voice.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah, I think her
cool.
voice is
Yeah.
so nice that I feel like a mix of like a really sweet voice with heavy riff will definitely sound cool.
I think that would
I,
actually
I
sound
think she
really
likes metal
cool,
as well.
man. Yeah, and she loves metal too. Yeah, because I just
Yeah.
watched an interview with her not too long ago. Yeah, because I feel like if you can get like that sultry Billie Eilish voice in the background and you got these heavy screams coming in, it's just giving me like these Evanescence vibes kind of
Yeah.
deal. That's kind of like where I'm getting at with that. That's really cool. I would have never expected you to say Billie Eilish. That's wild.
I know. I love that. I've always
Um,
thought Pink is quite kind of
Pink. That
cool.
would have been one for me too.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Pink. I think she's good. I would have went like with Celine Dion for the most chaos. Most chaos, Celine Dion all day.
Does she bring
Hey,
chaos?
she's got a good voice
I don't know.
though.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has. Yeah. Yeah. I just can't imagine her like drinking shots until she passes out.
And she's Canadian too, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so we are coming up to an hour for our interview. Is there any last questions that we got for him, Huxley?
I think I've answered all the ones I wrote down. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you've
think
got
that
any ones left, but
like
yeah, it's been really fun.
it's been really fun, man. I've had a great time. We can't thank you enough for being here. Is there a message you want to give to your audience, our audience, or anyone in general about Sky Lighthouse, and also where can we find you?
Yes. I would say the message that I always since the beginning I want to put out there is that we all go through dark times. We all go through really bad times, but you know, we're not alone. I know there is always a light at the end, and there is always a light that can guide us and show us the right way. And no matter what, we're always gonna go through bad situations in this world. We just gotta learn how to learn from them, and just keep going and and learn from them, and just keep moving forward, and just realize that there is always hope, no matter just the situation that.
I love that, man. Like, and I would say for like my closing thoughts for this would be, because like I said, I'm going through some heavy personal stuff too. I don't really talk about it very much because this is more not a personal matter with me, but with one of my friends. They're going through something really heavy, and I kind of like am and getting that osmosis feel from it, like because they're going through it, I feel it too. So when I've heard some of your music and you say it's like there's hope there's light at the end of the tunnel, I really felt that because your music kind of helped me in a way this week as well, leading up to this, because I've been listening to your music for a few weeks now, and I absolutely love it. I would recommend everyone that's listening to us, please go listen to his music. It is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best artists I've listened to all year, and you do it yourself. This is absolutely incredible, and I will always praise what you do because you are basically a one man army. That's what you are, and you do it very well. And I have so much gratitude and respect for you because of that.
Thank
So
you.
you got any closing thoughts?
I've just seriously been blown away by the whole like movie style and just amazing creativity that's goes on in your head, which we found out is literally now only you as the band as well. So like Keith says, just a one-man army who can just do absolutely everything. So yeah, just I'm really excited for like what the future is going to bring for Sky Lighthouse, and hopefully it's, you know, massive sold out tours all over with huge epic stage shows, and you know, the bigger the better really. I think it will be absolutely awesome. So yeah, just
Appreciate it.
thanks for making some awesome music and videos, and I look forward to more. Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah,
really
no
good.
problem. No, we appreciate you, man. Like for real.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting out some fucking great music. Tell us where we can find you on social media.
Social media, you guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, even Amazon. I didn't know Amazon has music. I was like, I found my music on Amazon Music. I was like, I was like, what? And I went, and people listen to me in Amazon Music. I was like, I didn't know you can listen. But yeah,
you better get paid from them.
Right.
So,
we'll definitely So we'll definitely leave links for all of your socials in our episode that we're gonna put out. Make sure go follow him. Huxley, can you give us our amazing socials for our audience?
Yeah, you can drop us an email at wavesacrosspod@gmail.com, and you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or X, at wavesacrosspod. On there, we have a Facebook group as well, which I'll link in the description because it's too long to actually say out loud. And we're recording this in our Discord, so come and join in here as well and chat with us.
Oh, we're also on YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
Say hi, we are on YouTube. God, how the hell did I forget that? Yeah. Hi, sorry, YouTube. Yeah, we are
subscribe,
also on YouTube.
All that good stuff.
At Waves Across the Water.
Yeah, of course. But with that said, y'all guys have an ear-opening rest of the week. Go listen to Sky LightHouse, and remember, be good to each other. Peace.